bro. How doing, bro?
You don't even remember
doing
me.
your shit.
You was in the stream with my big brother in the sauna. Y'all was working out or doing some type of shit.
That sounds
play football?
Yeah, he passed away. My brother passed away.
Wait, no. You talking about Baby Huey? Baby Huey.
That's my big brother.
Long live, bro. Long live, cuz. Bro.
No,
my nigga, bro.
Long live, bro. I'm about to make a
He
joke.
told
I'm
me
about.
about you. So
Yeah.
I'm playing my dog money though. He family though.
Man.
Man, I ain't play with that money. You know it. He still ain't got it.
Damn.
Yeah, you want to take it worldwide? Get it in blood.
AB, he got a lot of shit going on, bro. You know, AB in that damn Rico.
Which Rico?
Big U Rico.
For doing what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, AB is dead. The dice game with what's the nigga with the beard? The ball player nigga from Compton.
Oh, you talking about the nigga Harden?
James Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, AB is dead center in the middle of that shit.
Okay, so Adrien Broner is not indicted in the Rollin 60s RICO case. He is, however, named in the federal indictment as a co-conspirator / victim regarding allegations that he scammed NBA players out of millions of dollars using rigged dice in 2019. Federal prosecutors named the former boxing champion, referred to in court documents as AB.
So I've been hearing the little stories, right? They say Adrien Broner infidel on Big U, right? If that was true, why would his son just be kikiing with him, bro? Right? Chilling and all that. Kicking it and all that. Let's get into this shit, bro. Say the federales tap AB on his shoulder. They'll do that. They'll do that.
Gamble with Adrien Broner.
Yeah, I seen that.
Adrien Broner popped him out of $1.5 million. And he popped another basketball player who I believe is John Wall out of $5 million. Okay?
Yeah.
So what happened is that, see, Big U went to Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is the player, the boxer, right? And Big U went to Adrien Broner and said, hey, I know you popped this on the dice. I need some of that. And Adrien Broner told him, man, f you, I ain't giving you shit. So what's Big U do? Big U goes right back to James Harden, and the other guy says, hey man, you know you got popped on the dice with funny dice, right? I can get you your money back.
Have to hit up the wall. Shit, they have to hit up the wall. You got those shots. What you mean they gotta hit up the wall? Huh? My nigga, they gotta hit up the wall. Downtown. They gotta hit up the wall. Let's fight then. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight.
It's crazy because I just seen AB and Deen with Fatboy SSC Girl, right? Look, they go way back.
Weighed in at a trim and ready 144 1/2 pounds with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 1 no contest. He has 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 3-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, the reigning WBC lightweight world champion and the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world.
The Catman. Remember when he did that, bro?
Introducing Adrien, the Problem Broner.
I definitely gave y'all what I promised. It wasn't in the 4th round, but I knocked his ass out though.
He wears the silver and purple. The 4-division former champion tonight brings 31 professional victories, 23 coming by way of knockout against just 2 defeats. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, introducing Adrien.
He paid Big U $100,000 to go get his money back. They ran down, the federal paperwork says that they ran down on him and beat him up to get a portion of the money back. But this is where it gets funky. When Big U got some of the money back, he didn't take it back to James. He kept it.
If I was still undefeated, man. I don't know where I would be.
You'll see Cincinnati native and champion boxer Adrien Broner was friendly but feisty with police when they arrested him early yesterday.
Well, more trouble for boxing champ Adrien Broner. He was arrested last night here in Covington in an SUV riddled with bullet holes.
AB, Adrien Broner, the problem, Cincinnati bred, 4-division world champion. One of them fighters who came into the game with gifts money can't buy and trainers can't manufacture. Fast hands, sharp instincts, reflexes that made world-class fighters hesitate. Back then, people weren't questioning his future. People were trying to figure out how high the ceiling was. Could he become the next pay-per-view king? Could he become the next face of boxing? Could he become the next Floyd Mayweather? Those were the conversations.
I was rooting for him, bro. He was saucy in his inception. Somehow, I don't know, that shit just withered away, bro. His sauce, I don't know. I wonder, could he get it back?
Because when Broner first exploded onto the scene, winning looked easy. He wasn't just beating people, he was entertaining people, talking, laughing, showing off, making headlines before the fight and after the fight. Some fans loved it, some fans hated it. Everybody watched. And in boxing, that's what matters.
Hello, I'm Jim Lampley. If there's one rising young American fighter who might be expected to command the spotlight for the next couple of years and perhaps into the future, he's 23-year-old Adrien Broner of Cincinnati, Ohio. After a star-quality amateur career, Broner is really just getting started as a professional. No major identity fights so far, but some impressive wins nevertheless.
Attention, Broner knew how to get it. By the early 2010s, he was stacking world titles across multiple weight classes.
You've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man, they call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
The money was growing, the fame was growing, the spotlight was growing. From the outside, it looked like the story was following the normal boxing script. Talented fighter, big opportunities, bigger paydays, eventually superstardom. But life doesn't always follow the script. Sometimes the real story starts where the cameras aren't looking. Summer 2019, Los Angeles, different environment, different crowd. This wasn't a championship fight. This wasn't a weigh-in. This wasn't a press conference. This was gambling, high stakes gambling, the kind of gambling most regular people never see. Athletes, celebrities, businessmen, money moving so fast it barely looked real.
And he still be hooked on that gambling, bro. You might need help, AB, bro.
Let's shoot some dice, man. I want to.
Okay. Let me find. Hold on, we're dropping.
Hey, tell him, nigga. Hey, tell him I want to shoot some dice, man.
Who's the best dice, pound for pound, best dice player?
Me.
According to information that will later surface during a federal investigation, millions of dollars allegedly changed hands during the dice game involving well-known figures, not thousands, millions. One former NBA star reportedly lost around $5 million. Another reportedly lost around $1.5 million in a single game. Now, when regular people lose money gambling, they usually got one option: take the loss and keep moving. When millions are involved, things get different. People start asking questions. People start making calls. People start looking for explanation. And according to information later discussed inside of a federal investigation.
But how the fuck you lose $1 million in a dice game, bro? How, bro?
Those questions didn't disappear when the dice stopped rolling. They stayed alive. Months passed. The conversations continued. The dispute remained active. Eventually, investigators started hearing about the situation while looking into something much larger, a federal racketeering case involving Eugene Big U Henley Jr.
Alleged LA gang leader Eugene Henley Jr. has just been named in a 43-count federal criminal indictment. Prosecutors accuse Henley of racketeering, fraud, extortion, and embezzlement. Henley surrendered to authorities last week in connection with a federal complaint linking him to the 2021 killing of an aspiring rapper. Prosecutors say that Henley, also known as Big U, has ties to the notorious Rollin 60s street gang. His arraignment is scheduled for April 8th.
At first glance, a boxing star, NBA players, and the federal RICO case don't seem connected. Then you start following the money. You start following the relationship. Then you start following the people moving through those same rooms. According to the information later referenced by the investigator, individuals connected to the gambling dispute allegedly sought assistance from Big U. What started as a dice game was becoming something bigger, not because of the game itself, but because of the amount of money involved. Millions create pressure. Pressure creates conflict. Conflict creates consequences. Federal investigators will later gather information indicating efforts were allegedly made to resolve the dispute. According to court filings, approximately $100,000 was allegedly paid in connection with those efforts. Normally, that's the ending. Money gets exchanged. Problems get settled. Everybody goes their separate ways. That wasn't the ending here. The issue reportedly stayed stayed alive, long after the game ended, long after the money changed hands, long after people expected it to disappear. Years later, investigators captured conversations discussing the situation. That detail mattered because it showed the dispute hadn't been forgotten. It was still being talked about, still being referenced, still lingering. Eventually, those conversations became part of a much larger federal narrative, and that's where Broner's name entered the picture, not directly, not openly. Federal filings referenced an individual identified by only his initials, AB, no full name, just initials. But inside boxing circles, that immediately got attention. Suddenly, one of the sport's most recognizable personalities was being discussed alongside a federal investigation that had nothing to do with title fights, nothing to do with rankings, nothing to do with championship belts. The problem for Broner was that all of this was happening while another battle was already unfolding. His battle, the one everybody could see, because while federal investigators were examining events from 2019, Broner's boxing career was entering a different phase. Talent never left. That wasn't the issue. Nobody questioned whether he could fight. Nobody questioned what he accomplished. 4 world titles settled that argument years ago. The concern was everything happening outside of the ropes. Training camps becoming unpredictable. Activity slowed down. Momentum disappeared. The version of Broner that once looked unstoppable started showing up less and less. And boxing is one of those sports that punishes inaction.
Yeah, he was damn near going down the rapper path at one point. You know, shooting little pornos and hella shit. I'm like, hold on, bro.
Activity. You can't negotiate with the clock. You can't negotiate with age. You can't negotiate with discipline. Either work gets done or it doesn't. As the years passed, more attention started shifting away from what Broner was doing in the ring and toward what was happening outside of it. Then came the financial questions. Court proceedings pulled back that curtain. Information became public. And suddenly, fans who spent years watching Broner earn millions started hearing something they never expected. Money problems, real money problems. One statement in particular exploded across boxing media. Broner indicated that the only money available to him was the cash he had in his pockets. The reaction was immediate because that statement didn't match the image people had spent years watching. This was Adrien Broner, multi-million-dollar purses, main event fights, pay-per-view cards. How does somebody reach that level and end up having those conversations? People wanted answers. And the more people looked, the more questions appeared. Questions about spending, questions about gambling, questions about financial obligations, questions about decisions made during the years when the money was flowing. And now the story wasn't just boxing anymore, and things were about to get even more public because the new era had a...
And get this, bro. They even say Floyd having money troubles right now. That's hard to believe, bro, the flex he done did, bro. I hope he not, bro. But I could understand the people like, yeah, nigga, you done flexed on us all these years. You going broke.
Right, the live stream era. And unlike court records, live streams don't wait for reporters. They don't wait for investigators. They don't wait for anybody. They happen live in front of everybody.
Nigga, you drunk, stupid ass nigga. I swear I'm not. Bro, come on, gang.
Yes, spicy hat.
Hey, go with them. Hey, take this nigga with y'all.
Now the title said Extortion of Adrien Broner, packed out by Rollin 60 Neighborhood Crips. I want to see it. Not like that, but let's see.
And for Adrien Broner, that would change everything. Live streams changed the rules. Before social media, an athlete could have a rough night and most people would never hear about it. Maybe a few friends knew. Maybe somebody at a bar knew. Maybe a local reporter heard about it. That was it. Not anymore. Now one phone can broadcast everything, every mistake, every argument, every bad decision, every bad night, straight to the world. That's exactly what started happening with Adrien Broner. At first, people tuned in because it was Broner. The same personality that made him famous in boxing worked online too. He was funny, unpredictable, entertaining. You never knew what he was going to say or do or get into. That uncertainty attracted viewers, but eventually the tone started changing. Fans who initially came for entertainment started noticing something else. Concern, real concern, because some broadcasts didn't look like the Adrien Broner people remembered. The sharp-talking fighter who once controlled press conferences seemed different. Viewers started discussing behavior that appeared increasingly erratic.
Man. Scary as why the f in the back seat, bro? Bro, I ain't tired of these soft bro. King, baby. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Stop,
bro.
You want one too?
No.
It went here.
Yo, you seen that?
No,
You were mad because I crowned him my king?
no, stop.
You're so jealous.
Stop, bitch.
And they did say he's showing out because he lost his coach, bro. His coach passed away, bro. Rest in peace.
You're so jealous.
Nigga, she don't know. I thought what happened to the plan.
Some streams reportedly showed visible drinking. Others ended up generating headlines for entirely different reasons. One incident gained widespread attention after the people around Broner reportedly intervened to prevent him from getting behind the wheel.
No, I'm not. You're drunk.
You're not driving drunk, gang. You finna, nigga.
I'm not drunk, dumbass nigga.
You drunk, stupid ass nigga.
Another broadcast spread rapidly after he became visibly sick during the stream.
I drink half, you drink the rest.
Get burgers? Just tip $3. D-Lo shut your retarded ass up. You only have because we feel bad for you. Get the bugs back in,
Within
Yeah, get Cuz some help, bro. This shit ain't cool, bro. I'm about to speed through this a little bit. Shout out 504 Street Stories, or 504 Street Chronicles Worldwide. My nigga, bro. Let's speed this shit up though a little bit.
Not talking about ordinary transactions anymore. You're talking about assets worth enormous amounts of money. Recknich denied the allegations. His legal team challenged the claims and indicated they intended to fight them aggressively. That response raised the stakes even further. Now both sides were preparing for a legal battle that had the potential to expose years of private financial dealings. The lawsuit quickly became one of the biggest stories in boxing, not because somebody was fighting for a championship, because somebody was fighting over money. A lot of money. And while the legal battle continued building momentum, Recknich found himself connected to another dispute involving boxing, this time involving investor Joseph Ingernoff. According to court findings, Ingernoff alleged he suffered significant losses after investing in a boxing ticket venture connected to major prize fights. The investment allegedly failed to deliver the return that had been expected. The lawsuit pulled additional boxing figures into the discussion, including Al Heyman.
I heard a lot of bad shit about you, boy. You know, I don't know how true it is.
Years, Heyman had operated as one of the most powerful people in professional boxing. Fans rarely saw him. Media rarely interviewed him. Yet his influence stretched across some of the biggest names in the sport. Now his name was operating inside litigation connected to disputed investments and alleged financial issues. Suddenly, multiple lawsuits, multiple parties, multiple financial disputes were all developing at the same time. And before long, those stories would collide with another courtroom battle unfolding 3,000 miles away in Los Angeles. A battle centered on a federal indictment, a battle centered on Big U that will produce one of the strangest legal arguments connected to the entire investigation. The federal indictment against Eugene Big U Henley Jr. was already attracting attention. Racketeering allegations, recorded conversations, witnesses, years of alleged activity, type of case that immediately draws national interest. Then people started reading deeper, and that's when one of the strangest disputes inside the entire case surfaced. Not a dispute over money, not a dispute over gambling, not a dispute over violence, a dispute over language. Inside the indictment, federal prosecutors referenced an unidentified individual using a racial slur. No name, no public identification, just the language itself. The wording immediately jumped off the page. Defense attorneys noticed it. Legal observers noticed it. People following the case noticed it because federal...
It sound like they put the squeeze on everybody else to get Big U, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Indictments aren't usually written that way. The references appeared inside overt acts. Prosecutors alleged were connected to members of the enterprise. One allegation involved money supposedly owed. Another involved discussions involving violence toward the same unidentified individual. Yet despite the references, the person's identity remained publicly unknown. The government never identified the individual by name. The indictment simply included the language. That decision eventually became a legal issue. Defense attorneys challenged portions of the indictment. Their argument wasn't based solely on whether the wording was offensive. The argument focused on fairness. According to defense filings, the language carried the potential to create an emotional reaction before jurors even reached the evidence. The challenge forced the court to examine whether the wording served a legitimate purpose inside the indictment itself. Then another issue surfaced. Defense attorneys argued they were unable to locate evidence supporting one of the overt acts, despite reviewing massive amounts of discovery provided by prosecutors. Now the disagreement had moved beyond language. The defense were questioning whether certain allegations could be supported by the evidence already produced. The government disagreed. The defense disagreed. The court became the referee. And while lawyers battled over filings, motions, and discovery disputes, another fact remained sitting in the background. The 2019 Dice game still hadn't disappeared. Years had passed. The original game was long over. Yet investigators continued encountering references to it, conversations about it, discussions about it. People still talking about losses that occurred years earlier. That specific detail counts because it helped explain why federal investigators kept encountering the same issue during a much larger investigation. The fact that it refused to completely go away. And by now, the timeline surrounding Adrien Broner had become impossible to ignore. Not because he was charged, not because he was a defendant, because his name kept appearing around stories involving gambling, financial questions, and public controversy. Meanwhile, Broner himself continued living in front of an audience. Every interview became...
So, and excuse me, 504 Street Story Chronicle, but what does this mean, brother? You know, do it mean Adrien was infidel? All the basketball niggas, all them niggas infidel, Big U? He only got 100,000 out the deal. Adrien Broner ran off with the millions and spent it. Gambled it, probably with somebody else. But shit, y'all niggas let me know what y'all think, bro. We on to the next one. I appreciate you for coming through. I love you.
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Ay, I need that cheese like a grater, ho. Don't play me like no cent, cause I never Captain Saber, ho. Yeah, but you can fucking be my waiter, ho. Long as you get paper, ho, cause shit, that's what the paper's for. Y'all niggas chasing dough, but what we racing for? But we ain't racing, we just don't know how to make it slow, know how to make it grow.